Fun Run 3 is a game without any sort of story or complex mechanics. You're just running from point A to point B trying to beat a bunch of other players or CPUs. As you play, you make progress through both leveling up to unlock new abilities, or you get coins to buy new avatars, clothes, and abilities. While the game has special abilities that require you to level up to earn or to pay for, they don't seem to affect whether or not you can enter into the game as a new player and still have fun or win. Early on, I was able to go against players that seemed to have been playing longer than I had, or who at least looked more dedicated than I did, and I still had fun. And still won sometimes. Each round is a race against some other players or CPUs, and there are quite a few modes to choose from, but I only went through the first quick race mode, the arena mode, and a single custom race. The custom race was just practice as I was playing alone, but you could also go into matches with friends just to mess around or choose things such as the map you go through. Overall, I feel like the inclusion of a custom game mode for this game seems unnecessary, looking at how normal matches are so similar, but practice with CPUs can be good for new players. Quick races are the most basic types of race, and just consist of 4 players starting on a line with an ability each. Once the race starts, each player tries to make it to the end first, and the players are then seen on a podium or next to a podium to show their placement. You get different rewards for different placements, but each time you get to open a chest for rewards. The arena mode just requires a sort of ticket to get into, meaning you can only play so many times a day. It's an 8-player race where you can be eliminated if you fall too far behind, and only 3 winners are allowed, I believe, for each match. I haven't played much of the mode, so I can't say for sure. You play until you get 3 losses, in which case you can then open a chest with rewards based on how many wins you had before your 3rd loss. In arena mode, you don't start out with an ability, and you can get eliminated throughout the race. But other than that and the length of the race maybe being a bit longer, there aren't many differences between that and just quick racing. The game is fairly simple to play, with only 3 buttons and how you automatically move forwards. And due to it being a 2D game, you don't really get to dodge attacks. In fact, many attacks are actually unavoidable. This means the game is extremely simple and fast to get into, and it can be fun for a quick match, though it isn't really a strategy or skill game if that's what you're looking for. Honestly, most of my races seem to be based more on luck than any amount of skill or use of attacks, seeing as how most racers finish within seconds of each other or less, and I never really notice any difference when I'm trying to strategize and use my abilities tactically versus when I'm just using an ability immediately after I get it. If anything, using abilities immediately after seems like a better option, as half the time whenever you use an ability, you're immediately going to get killed by someone else or yourself anyways, so it doesn't really help to strategize. This game is actually really good for quick multiplayer games though, as it has a decent enough fan base that I can join a race within 3 seconds every single time I try to join a race. And they don't really last very long, so it's not like I'm ever in a rush to finish anything. Also, while you can level up abilities, I have enough fun with just the base abilities, and I don't really see any need or any real reason to strive and save for the higher level abilities. It's a fun and simple game that may have a lot of in-game purchases, but overall it's a nice way to waste time if you're looking for a fun multiplayer game that doesn't really require too much time or thinking on your part.